Hello, my name is Brent Creech. I am the Director of Finance here at Fellowship Bible Church, and I am very excited that you have expressed interest in serving on the finance team. We have had a finance team in a mostly volunteer capacity here at Fellowship for almost 9 years now, which requires a lot of people doing a lot of different jobs here to make everything run as smoothly as possible. Given that we have 9 positions on the team, there are a lot of different areas of expertise and knowledge needed on the team, and there's also a lot of different levels of commitment on the team in terms of amount of work and amount of time that is being done there. Specifically, we are looking for people on the finance team that have integrity, that have attention to detail, and that are reliable people to do the work that needs to be done in a timely manner. In total, the goal of the finance team is to manage the finances of a church in a way that are accurate, that are God-honoring, and that are also transparent. We are not an organization that keeps all of the finances to ourselves. If people have questions, if congregants want to know things about the finances of the church, we are happy to provide them to the extent that is allowed. As you could imagine, we do not provide information on individual giving. That is kept strictly private, and only the smallest number of people know that information, as well as salary and payroll information. Those things are kept private. But beyond that, if someone wants to see what giving is, if someone wants to know where expenses are going, who the missionaries are that we support, any information like that, we are happy to provide that and give that to them. In terms of volunteering on the finance team, specifically it's a 9-person team, and that is done for balance of power and for a team aspect approach. Anytime you're dealing with money or finances, you don't want one person having too much control or power. Even for the most above board people, it just presents too many opportunities or ability to have fraud or theft. So we do like to have multiple people involved in all areas of the finances to keep that at bay. Specifically on the team, I am the leader of the team as the Director of Finance, and I do things such as manage the overall books of the organization, reconcile the bank accounts, send out monthly financial reports to both the finance team and the elders. Beyond that, we have 4 active roles on the finance team. We call them active roles because there's actual work that needs to be done. This would include our budget manager, who is responsible for putting together the budget for the church for each year, and then also meeting with individual staff or ministry leaders throughout the year to make sure they are staying on track with their budget. Secondly, we have 2 check writers, so 2 different people that at times will write checks. This again is for balance of power. There is a list sent out each week from Carla that lists all the checks that we need, and then one of those 2 people will log into our books and print the checks up and then deliver them to me to be signed. We have 2 of them just because that's a weekly thing that can be a lot of work, and we generally have checks every week, so if someone's out of town or sick or can't get it done, we have multiple people that can handle that. And finally, we have a collections manager is what we call them, to collect the offering. Every Sunday they collect all the money out of the offering baskets. They total those up, count it with someone else, and send a report to a few people of what the week's offering was. They are also the person that manages our database of givers to keep track of who has given and how much, so that at the end of the year we can send the donation statements to those people. Those are the active roles, so those 4 plus me, those are the 5 active roles on the team, and then we have 4 advisory roles as well. And this is not a position that has actual work to be done. But again, in terms of having a team aspect, in terms of having multiple eyes on the finances, and especially in terms of having multiple people making decisions on where money is spent and approving things, we want more than just 5 people doing that. So we have 4 advisory roles. And these are people that are on the team. They do get the monthly emails of the financial reports. We also have quarterly meetings of all of the finance team that they attend. And anytime there is a decision that needs to be made, they are involved in that decision. So not as much day-to-day or week-to-week work involved there, It's more just knowing information and being available for meetings and decisions to provide their input on those, on whatever decision is needing to be made. One of those advisory roles is always filled by a current elder, and then the other three are just people from the congregation that want to be on the team. But by having an elder sit on the finance team as well in an advisory role, it does give us a nice connection to the elders, because there are different things that are approved at the finance team level, and then there are different things that are approved at the elder level. But that keeps the communication open, so we know what the elders are thinking and planning, especially as it pertains to large expenses or future plans. Maybe the elders might make a decision that's going to affect the future of the church in 2 or 3 years that has a finance impact, and we want to know that now to plan accordingly. So those are the roles of the team to help us manage the finances.